I have a good variety of training today. If you want to skip right to the end, I will have some tips regarding training the hands and fingers. There's some nuance there that if that's all you want to see, I'll have a timestamp that you can skip to it. But right now, I'm just doing a general warm-up, working on some one-handed balances. The air chair is really a lot of fun. I want to put some more time to it. I really had a lot of fun with the splits in the leg position with the air chair. It was actually pretty nice to balance for my body, and it felt nice. So I'm getting some good balance. I need to put some more consistency to it, just so I can get past the threshold of being able to hold it for, a handful of seconds consistently, so that I can take a break from it and then return back to it. Because it's about accumulating time. It's probably the easiest way to think about any hand balancing position. And about 3 seconds, 5 seconds consistently is a very good way to add up that time. And if you're not consistent in the scale of doing it every day, every week, it's very hard to get to that threshold where your return on time, your amount of progress for the amount of time you put in, will start to be at a critical point. So I'm really hoping to get there soon, so I can hit some nice air chair balances, air chair fun. So I'm doing some kettlebell swings. This is with a lighter weight. I know these are good, but for some reason I feel like I'm not really doing this part right. I'm not quite sure. I might just stick with more of a rotational plane next time with the kettlebells, but this just didn't feel like it was it. Maybe if you have some tips, if you're a kettlebell expert, what I was really not doing right, let me know. I kind of just freestyled some legs to get some tension through it. So make sure to train that rotational plane. And just train whatever you find feels fun, whatever keeps you going, whatever you think will benefit your life the most. Take some time to consider what kind of training would actually benefit you. Is it strength, weight loss, cardio? A lot of the important real-life tasks are actually endurance-based. So very broadly speaking. So maybe train your endurance. Or if you want to look real pretty, try to put on as much mass or get a nice physique. That's another worthwhile goal. So still working with the crawling. I've gotten to, I feel like, a good point where I'm just trying to settle into this new level of crawling concept. I'm having a lot more fun with this than push-ups. And I feel like it can challenge the upper body really well, too. Along with the spine, forget to mention, it challenges the spine very nicely. So give crawling a try. It's a very good benefit to get in contact with the ground. The ground is your friend, and it will always be there for you to help you. And if it's not your friend, if you can't make contact with it, you can't engage with it, it'll be your enemy. You'll fall and you hurt yourself on it. So get used to the ground. It's never going anywhere, and it will always benefit you if you're good friends. So here, really good splits. I think taking that break and doing those hip works really helped. It might look like I was in a straddle at the beginning. I just fell out of the straddle. I fell out into a straddle. The only tip I can give you is stretching is just breathe. You make sure when you're in any position, be able to breathe in it. Be able to breathe consciously in it before you breathe subconsciously. So master the conscious breathing to stretch yourself out. Make sure each one of your breaths stretches out, and whatever you're stretching, along with stretching out your you can use your breath to align your spine with a powerful breath. You can use your breath to expand the lower back, expand the chest, expand the neck and head. Pretty much all your insides can be expanded with the breath. I've heard that you can expand the hips and the pelvis and the pelvic floor. I've not yet been able to do that, but I have been practicing it. And then here, I'm just kind of banging my head against the wall, doing a bunch of flares. They do end up nice. I can do one, which my feet don't touch the ground when I do them, except when I'm in the end position. Like right there, my feet does not touch the ground, or my feet are the only thing that touches the ground, but yet it does not look too beautiful. So that one looked okay, but I'm really like stomping down that foot like right by my head level. All right, so here is the hands and wrist. You really want to focus mainly on the back of the wrist section that I only did briefly, but you want to spend a lot of time in that position. That's very important. Fingertip push-ups, not as important, but they are fun and a very efficient way of training all the fingers. So here, pay attention to the motions. Like I spent a lot of time developing this hand stretching routine. Get the side-to-side movement, the backs, the fronts. Start with the pinky. When it comes to your last three fingers, they're controlled with the same kind of muscle. So you want to start training the last three fingers pinky first. Your thumb, your pointer finger are controlled by different muscles, and the last three fingers are controlled by the same muscle group. So it's very important to spend some time stretching them out, strengthening them. Your fingers are mainly tendons, so there's not a lot of muscle there. So you just need to focus on getting a lot of time under tension, a lot of blood flow to the area, because tendons don't have their own blood supply. You need to like shake your hand out to get blood to them. Train the back sides of the hands, the in-between pinching, and just really work the hands. Hands are very important, along with your toes. These are some of these exercises I would be doing off camera, so I just like to get it on camera every once in a while, just to remind you guys that training can be done. You can do this against the wall, against the ground, whatever.